In the repair shop, a group of young men were mocking the repairman in front of them, never knowing that the poor repairman they were laughing at was actually a billionaire hiding his identity. Ryan had mansions, luxury cars, and more wealth than anyone could count, but he had long since been hurt by fake love. The women who approached him never cared about who he was. They only cared about his money. So he made an extreme decision. He took off his expensive suits, put on dirty old work clothes, and disguised himself as an ordinary repairman. He wanted to use his poorest identity to find someone who would truly love him. After work every day, he went to eat at Martha's shabby little diner. And it was there that he noticed Emily. Emily was the orphaned niece of the owner. She had been taken in by her uncle, but she was never truly treated like family. Martha used her like a servant, making her wash dishes, serve food, and wipe tables. The slightest mistake was enough for Martha to scold her in public. But even though her life was this hard, Emily stayed gentle and kind, greeting every customer with a smile. The more Ryan watched her, the more his heart ached for her, because he knew a soul that pure and strong was something money could never buy. Emily slowly started noticing the quiet repairman too. He always sat in the corner, ordered the cheapest meal, never ordered meat, and never complained. She finally asked him why he never ate meat. To keep up his disguise, Ryan could only lower his voice and say that he had no money. Emily felt a sharp ache in her heart when she heard that, because she understood exactly what poverty felt like. From that day on, she secretly slipped a small piece of meat onto his plate every day and softly told him not to tell anyone. To Emily, it was only a tiny act of kindness, but to Ryan, it felt like a beam of light in the darkness. He finally understood that Emily was not kind to him because he was rich. She believed he was even poorer than she was, and still she was willing to share the little she had with him. Lunchtime gradually became their softest secret. Many things no longer needed to be said out loud. One look was enough. Ryan started looking forward to seeing her every day like a young man in love. Even just watching her wipe down tables made him feel at peace. One evening after closing, he sincerely thanked Emily for her kindness. Emily smiled and joked, "When you become a rich repairman someday, then you can pay me back." She had no idea how close that joke was to the truth, but their secret was soon discovered by Martha's daughter, Chloe. She secretly watched Emily and saw her putting meat onto Ryan's plate. She immediately ran to tell on her, saying Emily was stealing from the diner to feed a filthy repairman. Martha exploded with rage. In front of all the customers, she slapped Emily hard across the face and threw Ryan's food onto the floor. She screamed at Emily, accusing her of daring to use the diner's profits to feed some worthless poor man. But her humiliation did not end there. To show off her authority, she dragged the crying Emily all the way to the repair shop and in front of all the workers, blew the entire scandal wide open. Pointing at Ryan's face, she publicly called him a useless man, a parasite living off women. She even threatened that if he ever dared go near Emily again, she would have him sent to prison. All the workers were stunned. Emily was shaking from head to toe as she cried, but Ryan still did not fight back. He only stared at Emily as she was dragged away, because at that moment, he finally saw the kind of hell this kind girl had been living in every single day. And even worse, what Martha was about to do next would push Emily completely into despair. Comment Part 2.